Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Some massive news for the Miami Hurricanes fans on the recruiting trail, this time in the 2025 class as one of the best players in that 2025 class, five-star defensive lineman Armando Blunt commits to the Miami Hurricanes. A massive get, and this is something that we've kind of talked about all summer long for Miami. Getting a ton of traction on the recruiting trail. Obviously, a phenomenal 2023 class, a good 2024 class, but if this team starts stringing together some wins like you saw against Texas A&M week 2, it's really going to get fun for Miami on the recruiting trail, and that is what we're seeing happen right now as Armando Blunt commits to the Canes. Now, before we get into Armando Blunt and talk about some other recruits that are trending Miami's way, just want to say thank you to you guys. And you all see how excited I am. This is a team that I love talking about, and largely because of all the support you guys have shown. Truly does mean a lot. So one, if you do enjoy the content, you enjoy the updates, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, a team I love talking about. Can't thank you guys enough, to Miami fans, for rocking with the boys. And without further ado, let's get into Armando Blunt. And the first thing I want to talk about is the physical traits that Armando Blunt brings to the table. It's next level. I mean, 6'3", 250 pounds. You take a look at what he does off the football field, a junior Olympian in the shot put. You see that strength. You see that twitch, that explosiveness on the football field. As a sophomore, 30 tackles for a loss, 16 sacks in only 11 games as a sophomore in high school at the varsity level. This is a dude that's a grown man, has every trait that you want in the toolkit, and puts it on the field on Friday nights. A massive get, and you're seeing Mario Cristobal in the 2023 class going after the offensive side of the ball in the trenches, right? Francis Mauigoa, Pancake Honcho. In the 2024 class and 2025 class, he's going after the big fish on the defensive line. Armando Blunt, arguably being the biggest fish that he could have landed. This kickstarts this 2025 class, and I think will result in some momentum in this 2024 class as we talk about some other guys that are trending Miami's way. But I want to focus in on Armando Blunt first. This is a dude that every trait that you want in a defensive lineman, he possesses. Another guy, before we fired up, I could see him playing on that 3 technique on the inside. I could see him playing edge. He has that frame already, 6'3", 250 pounds as a junior in high school. I mean, physically, so impressive, so versatile. But what you see, his ability to win with speed in his hands on the outside of tackles at 50 pounds, some of the most impressive stuff you'll see. I mean, again, twitch, speed that he brings to the table. You're going to see him also just go right through tackles as well. Relentless motor. I mean, one word I'd use to describe Armando Blunt, just a game wrecker. I mean, if you want to chip him, go back. I don't know what the offensive coordinator for this high school is doing, but I'm probably not going to have a running back pick up Armando Blunt in pass protection. Doesn't even stand a chance. Goes and makes a play. This dude's a game wrecker. He's really good in space, too, in terms of like closing the gap. That's kind of what makes him so rare. Again, five-star guy. When it is time to play in space, as a 250-pound defensive lineman, he's elite, right? Shedding the block in the run game. That's what you're going to see. Like, he's going to play early because he can hold up in the run game, dipping in underneath, winning on the inside. Again, closing the gap, unreal motor. Checks off all the boxes that you want in the run game. That you watch that one back and you see this tight end come around, try to take on Armando Blunt. Like, that's not going to happen. Again, wins so much. We're running the football here. Tight end doesn't stand a chance. Armando Blunt makes a play. What's really exciting for Miami, and this is something that we talked about. I mean, you guys should go check out Armando Blunt's filming. It is one of the most impressive things that you'll see. But I want to get to what have we talked about all summer is this Miami team starts winning some games, you're going to see the traction. We saw all summer. I mean, they had some of the best players in the country visit Miami. Aiden Breland, he's a guy that concluded Miami in their top 3. They're in their top 3, top 5 for so many top guys. Even if they're committed to other schools, you're seeing a guy like Ellis Robinson, 5-star cornerback from IMG, saying, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the Hurricanes. They start winning some games, they're going to pique my interest a little bit more. What we're seeing is Miami win games, and it's piquing the interest of these guys on the high school recruiting trail. I want to go to Booker Pickett from Tampa, Florida. Could be the next guy that we see commit to the Hurricanes. He was also on campus. Armando Blunt was on campus. Booker Pickett was on campus. The next guy we're going to talk about was on campus for Miami to watch them beat Texas A&M. Booker Pickett, one of my favorite guys in this class. You talk about productivity, 6'3", 205. Yeah, he's got to put on some weight. 30 sacks, in his junior season. Talk about putting the traits on the football field, being a good football player, not just a traitsy guy, something we talk about a lot in the high school recruiting world. Booker Pickett Jr. is certainly that guy. He's trending to Miami. You're seeing Jason Taylor really starting to get it going, recruiting this defensive line. I think Jason Taylor, kind of a side note here, is going to be a massive asset for Miami. Talk about guys like Brian Hartline attracting so much talent because they've done it before at the NFL level. They're great connectors. Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer, a guy that you watch him coach dudes. Guys love him. He's going to be a guy that's going to be attracting a lot of talent to Miami. Booker Pickett Jr. being one of them. And the next guy, and probably like the biggest uncommitted guy on the board. And I think there's guys like, again, Justin Scott, Ellis Robinson, Aiden Breland, some guys who are even committed to other schools, I think could be still Miami targets. Going to LJ McCray from Daytona Beach, plays at Mainland, teammates with Xavier Mincy, another top Miami target. LJ McCray is probably the biggest guy on Miami's board that's uncommitted. You talk about a dude that's had a massive rise in kind of the recruiting rankings, was playing like tight end as a freshman and sophomore. He gets to the camps and they're like, dude, you're 6'6", 260, dominant athlete. We got to get you on the defensive line. His value in terms of their high school recruiting world skyrocketed. He's going to be visiting Florida this weekend, but was on campus for that Texas A&M win last weekend. I think that Texas A&M win, yes, it was massive for Miami in the 2023 season, but that might spur them on the recruiting trail. And you talk about Miami being back. We had that conversation. They still got wood to chop. We all know that. This is the wood that they're chopping. And you can continue to bring in this talent. Like, you got to be really excited if you're a Miami fan. Again, wanted to talk Booker Pickett Jr., wanted to talk LJ McCray, but want to go back to Armando Blunt, top 5 player nationally in the 2025 class, one of the top defensive linemen, massive get for the Hurricanes. Again, this is about to get fun for Miami. If you do enjoy the content, I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot more Miami football on the recruiting trail. Hey, good luck tonight. We'll be talking about it later this week. Appreciate the Miami fans rocking with the boys as usual, and we'll talk to y'all later.